So good morning guys and welcome back to the channel. It's been a minute since I last saw you, or in fact, welcome to 2020. Now, I probably should start by explaining for my absence over the last month or so.
You suck!
Sophia and I went out to the Christmas market and I got one of those German bratwurst sausages, ketchup on the camera, on the lens, slightly broke the camera, so that is why I have been away. Now, camera sorted, brand new camera, so let's go and let's start the new vlog. So on my Instagram, I don't know if you follow me, but make sure you follow me. It's Dr.Rohan_Verma, I think. Should know this. Yeah, follow me on Instagram because I often hold some polls and this will help relate to this content. So anything you guys want to see on here will be also discussed on Instagram. One of the most popular things was a full day of eating and how to fit everything in. And what do I do for my average day? Now today I'm a day off at work, so it's perfect for me, so I can't really film loads when I'm at work because the whole consent purposes. But today I will show you what I eat every single day at the moment whilst I am bulking. Okay, let's go. So now that the coffee is poured, let's have a chat. As I just said a second ago, guys, I am bulking. Now, this video does apply to you, regardless of what your goals are for 2020, whether it be like the January shred for after the winter holiday food, whether it be you're trying to get ready for a holiday, whether it be you're trying to put on weight. You can tailor what I eat, and you can use what I eat as an example of how to make it work for you. Now, as I said, I'm bulking. I'm trying to put on some weight in a healthy, slow, but natural way. For you, if you want to get leaner, you just have to adjust your macronutrients, so that means your proteins, your carbs, and your fats accordingly so that you hit your calorie goals for the day. I will be, on average today, just as a starter, I'll be hitting around 220 grams of protein, 70 grams-ish of fat, and 450 grams of carbs. This is my training day calories. On my rest days, my calories tend to drop down, so that means I have slightly higher and slightly lower days. The reason being is I won't burn as many calories when I'm at work. I'm very sedentary. All I do is sit my ass down. And I don't go to the gym on my rest days. I might go for a walk, but that's pretty much it. So that's how I like to do things. It doesn't mean you have to do it that way, but for me, it's a good way to stay in check and keeps my physique looking the way I want to and progressing the way I would like it to. So yeah, apply it to what you want to do and try the foods out. You can see the mess that I've made. It's just not working. But the first thing I like to make is porridge. You know what, I'm just going to film it and then I'm going to show you what it is. It's too much. What's up guys, and welcome back to the video. So meal one is my buttery berry oats. Trust me that this is amazing. I eat this year round because it just tastes so damn good. So whether I'm gaining weight or losing weight, I would love to eat this meal, and I do eat this meal a lot. So oats, I weigh those out every day, and then what I will do is I will use a sugar alternative such as Splenda. Try and not worry too much. These, I know it is a chemical, I know it's man-made, but actually there's no proven evidence that there's any danger of using these alternatives, and it tastes good. If you're trying to gain weight like me, one of the things you can see I'm adding now is a natural peanut butter. So that means it doesn't contain any palm oil, it's mainly the nut and the nut oils itself, and it's a great way of putting in natural, good fats, which will also give you a bit of extra calories if you're trying to gain weight, which is what I'm trying to do. So yeah, the peanut butter I use is the whole earth peanut butter, probably using about 30 grams here, and that will be added to the mixture. I will literally add all these three ingredients and my secret ingredient, which you'll see in the next clip, and add water and stir. It is as simple as that. Then you put your toppings, so you put your berries on top, and then you're good to go. Major key, salt. I normally use pink Himalayan salt, but my brother's run out. Pink Himalayan salt inside of your oats with a little bit of sugar or sweetener or Splenda, whatever you use. Trust me, it will change the game. Trust me, brother. Okay, so there you have it. This is what my breakfast looks like. I'm gonna show you now. So you've got 100 grams of oats. I'll try not to tip it, because normally I do this and I normally pour the food everywhere. 100 grams of oats, 80 grams of blueberries, cinnamon, Splenda, salt, and it tastes lovely. a coffee whenever I can. At home, a couple of days a week I have that, otherwise just mainly water, and otherwise also a shake. I've got 50 grams, well 45 grams protein in here, and I will have that for my breakfast. Now what pisses me off is people say, oh no, you can't have Nesquik because it's not nutritious. But listen, this tastes lovely, don't get it twisted. Cereal is great. I do eat cereal, I eat a lot of cereal. In fact, I have it post-workout. I'll explain to you about that later, but the only thing why I don't have this often is it doesn't fill me up for long. And I like to have foods which keep my belly full, and most people do. And you'll probably find that when you go to work, you'll be hungry by 10 o'clock. Simple, because you've burnt through this, because it's quite a refined sugar. It's quite a refined, simple carbohydrate, easy to digest. Whereas this is quite more complicated and more complex, takes time, keeps you full. It's got some fiber, which helps fill your belly. So it tastes good, but it also fills you up. Now, if you're trying to stay lean, get lean for the next period of, you know, summer, etc., or whatever your goal is, then this is a game changer. This won't help, okay? Find foods which you enjoy, which fill you up, which taste good. Let's eat them. Stop overthinking it. Alright, I'm gonna enjoy my breakfast because it's gonna get cold, and I've completely done this off the cuff, so it hopefully should make sense. But yeah, cool. I'll see you at meal 2, but that's meal 1. See you later. I'll catch you in a minute. If you haven't watched my last video, you need to, because this is the water bottle I talked about in the last video, which helps keep you hydrated, and that's a key part of the day. Between every single meal, I will be chugging some of this, and especially at work. And the great thing is, as I said to you last time, briefly, I will recap. The times of the day are on the bottle, and it's super useful because to keep yourself hydrated, you can be drinking all day. And it's so easy not to do that. So make sure you're drinking throughout the day, and I'll sip on water as my go-to drink throughout the day. I don't drink a lot of tea and coffees, as I said, maybe just one in the morning, just because I enjoy the taste and it gets me going. Water, hydrate, do it between meals. Let's go. Slow, what do you think you're doing? So, I've been grinding, #grinding, this morning, setting up my new 12-week transformation challenge. Yeah, so I'm going to be helping 5 individuals transform their physique and understand how to implement good nutrition training into their lifestyle and make it work for them. So that's been me this morning, pretty busy. It is now about 2 p.m. so I tend to wait for around 4 to 5 hours. I've been honest with you, I haven't been hungry because my food is keeping me full. I've been sipping on water all morning. Now it's time to get meal 2 in, which normally is lunch, but because my training partner is free and I'm on a day off, I'm going to train earlier today. So I'm going to get my pre-workout meal in, which is very similar to meal 1. So it's going to be a bit repetitive, but I'll show you anyway, nonetheless. So what I've made here is 100 grams of oats with a banana chopped up and some jam and a shed load of cinnamon. And that's my way of making Tupperware look not so bad. So I'm going to eat this. Now the reason why I eat this pre-gym is 1, I digest it really well. You do not want to be bloated when you're training, because often I find that if you're having food which is difficult to digest, a lot of the blood, a lot of the digestion process takes a lot of your energy and it makes you feel really uncomfortable, and when you're training, that's not what you want. So something easy to eat, tasty, gives me a lot of energy and digest easy is for me oats, jam and banana. Tastes good. And I'll be able to train in about 45 minutes, which is when I'm meeting Steve at my new gym. Yes, new gym, you've heard right. I will film probably some of that workout for you, but I'm going to eat that, sip on some water, and that is meal 2. What's up guys, so let's take you through my workout of the day. So I'm going through a push session, which is a shoulder focused session today. As you know, I'm doing a push pull legs rotation. So exercise 1 was a side lateral raise with the cables, using the lean to help kind of increase the range of motion and that tension on the shoulders. So exercise 2 here is a hammer strength shoulder press. Really tough exercise, but it's a great way of building those thick, strong shoulders. One of the definite things I would recommend is keeping your chest right up and driving your shoulder blades back into the pad and driving hard through the motion. So exercise 3 is a new variation for my front delts. I'm using a chest support to help do a plate raise here, really trying to control the momentum as much as I can. Give it a go and try and control even better than I can. Alright guys, moving on to exercise 4. This is a pec deck. What you want to really try and do is really try and feel the squeeze here. So what I'm doing is opening up my chest as wide as possible and squeezing hard through the pecs, crushing them as if I'm trying to hold a pencil between them at the end. Exercise 5 was a hammer strength flat press. Again, a beautiful exercise, a beautiful machine to use, really tough. Trying to focus on keeping my shoulder blades pinned back onto the bench and driving through my pec, squeezing hard at the top of the motion. To finish off here, we have exercise 6, which is a tricep push down at the end of your push session. This will burn, trust me. What's up guys? Welcome back. Gym session is done. Now, I need to get my post-workout meal in, oh god. And to do so, I've got to pick up some essentials from the Tesco's. So, heading out now, grab some stuff, and I'll show you some snacks. Hiya! What's up guys, back home now from Tesco's, done the shopping, so happy about that. So, what we have here is my post-workout stack, aka two things. I have an isolate, which is a rapidly digesting protein. So there's whey protein, which is what you can buy from most shops, tends to be fairly reasonable in price, and then you have whey isolate. This is more expensive. Isolate is the most simple form of protein. It is the purest and the least refined protein, so that your body can digest it and absorb it very quickly. So after a strenuous session, it's very useful to get protein into your body, into your system pretty quickly, and you absorb it really quick. I've also got here cyclic dextrin, which is a also readily absorbed carbohydrate. Now, if you're not trying to gain weight and if you're on a calorie restriction, probably not the wisest idea to have this. You don't want to be having carbohydrates and drinking them, you probably want to be eating them. I, however, am trying to gain weight, hence why I have this. So it's a great way of bulking out your shakes. Now, you don't have to use this powder. You can use things like oats in your shakes to help bulk them out if you want to put something else in there as opposed to drinking some dextrin. It doesn't have any taste, but that's what I'm using at the moment. And I will also be following that up with some cereal. Don't forget to like and subscribe to stay tuned and in the know about more videos to come. And I just want to say thank you to
I appreciate that.
Thank you to all of my subscribers and to everybody who's following me on this journey. Ultimately, if there's 3 of you, there's 10 of you, if there's 100 of you, if there's thousands of you, to me it doesn't really matter. What really matters is that I'm trying to provide you good content, stuff which means something to me and something which I find will be useful for you. So yeah, stay tuned, more is coming, and if there's any ideas you have, hit me up in the comments below. Welcome back to the channel guys. So this is meal 4, which is the post-workout meal, and you can see here we've got some reduced fat creme fraiche chicken alfredo with some veggies and pasta. I'm gonna enjoy this, but that's the next meal, and 1 more to go, then we're a wrap. Okay, so the energy is flagging right now, so I'm just injecting some life into Rohan again. I'm gonna give you this 1 more time. So take 2 of this. Right, it's quite late at night now, and I'm going to show you one of my quick, easy to go-to meals, which is bagel thins. Really tasty and really easy to digest. So if you're having something late at night and you want to have something which is quick, tasty, and doesn't sit on your stomach for too long, for me particularly anyway, that works. Try these bagel thins out. So I'm having 2 bagel thins, not the most aesthetic I know, but you can see here some heck chicken sausages and of course some ketchup. And I'm actually combining this with a kind of a dessert. Normally I'd have this just before bedtime, and to be honest, I've got work tomorrow so I can't be up too late. So I've got here some low-fat Greek yogurt. Greek yogurt is the cool kids way of saying yogurt, and also some honey. That will be it. So those are my calories down for the day. We're about 3,300, 3,400. I will put this on the screen over here, and my carbs, proteins and fats will be over here. As I said guys, it's all about making the food enjoyable, about making the whole process of eating sustainable and maintainable. You got to enjoy what you do, and if you hate it, you won't do it. So if you're embarking on the new year, new me, new you, new 2020, whatever it is, make sure you give yourself the best fighting chance. Do what you do what works for you, and enjoy it. Peace out, take care, and see you in the next video.